Hi and welcome back to Bill's Cichlid Room. Well, just last Saturday I've managed to obtain a rare pair of Madagascar cichlids, the Paretroplus menarambo. So let's have a look at them. Paretroplus menarambo, described by Al Gear in 1996. They were thought to be extinct in the wild back in 2004, but they were rediscovered in Lake Tesney in 2008, where it is now thought to be endemic. The common name for them is the pinstripe dander. There are a number of conservation programs within the UK, including dedicated hobbyists and institutions such as Chester Zoo and Whip Snail Zoo in London. Bolton Museum also had a breeding programme for a number of years, and I believe that they've still got a pair on display. Reasonable numbers were caught in 2016 from Lake Tesney, which is in the Sophia region on the northwest of the island. And the lake isn't infested with too many exotics, so there's still hope to save the species in the wild. The literature states that the maximum size is 12 inches, but specimens of 14 inches have been reported in hobbyist aquariums, and I've also heard that Chester Zoo have a pair that are 15 years old and top out at 2 foot. It's said that they're best kept in a group of 6 or more in a spacious tank of 6 foot by 2 by 2 or more if you can. Obviously, trying to get hold of 6 of them is quite difficult. In the wild, they feed on molluscs such as snails, but they will eat all the normal fare in the aquarium. In the wild, the snails that they eat, they also include the hard-shelled snails, like the burrowing snails. So they do actually have really strong jaws. So the mouths are quite small, but that's what they feed on, mainly in the wild. So I had a group of these many years ago, and I thought the chances of me getting some more were pretty remote. I reached out to Rick from Predator Aquatics to see if he ever heard of any that were going, if he could let me know. So he managed to source a small group of them, and they actually got them in for me. So he got them in about 8 weeks ago, but because I was having problems in the fish room, I'd just lost the Uaru Ferdinand Lezepi and I'd just lost a group of Beani. What we decided was he'd keep hold of them in quarantine for me until I actually sorted the problems out. So during April and the beginning of May, I didn't have any problems in the fish room, so we thought the time was about right. So last Saturday I went to collect them from him. So we actually vented them in the shop, so we're pretty sure it is a male and female. But he has kept hold of a few for himself, so if we have got any problems in the future, we can actually swap them round and hopefully get a couple of pairs of them. So I've got a lot more research to do on these. I've only just started really in the last couple of days. So what I'll do, I'll gather all the research together. I've reached out to a number of people, and I'll get it all together and do a more in-depth species profile in the coming months. So I'm sure you'd agree they make a great addition to the fish room. It will be good fun actually videoing them, and we can watch them growing together and hopefully get them paired off, and you never know, one day get them breeding. So they're only quite small at the moment, they're only about 3 inches inside, so I think it's going to take a fair few years until we get to that stage. Well, this is all the fun of keeping cichlids, it's the patience. So sometimes you can get a pair of fish like the ones I got a couple of weeks ago, the Phorictes macropinus that spawn straight away, but yeah, other times you've got to wait for a number of years. So yeah, this is the second pair of Madagascar cichlids that I've got in the fish room at the moment. As regular viewers will know, I've also got the Pollini. So yeah, I am building up quite a good collection of rare cichlids at the moment. So I'll do a video on the rare cichlids that I'm keeping. I'll do that in the next couple of weeks. So yeah, apart from the Uaru Ferdinand Lezepi, these are probably my most favourite cichlid. As I mentioned before, I did have a group of them a number of years ago, but yeah, they are said to be the prettiest of the Madagascar cichlids. So when they get bigger, they're obviously, the common name for them is is the pinstriped amber, and what it is, they actually have small black dots on all the scales, so they actually look like pinstripes. And on the edge of the dorsal, the anal and the tail fin, you can see it's starting to come through already. They actually have like a red edging to them, so they are a really pretty fish. They remind me quite a lot of the marine angelfish with similar shapes. But I mean, people have studied these sort of things, and yeah, they've studied the DNA, and like they don't own actually. They haven't evolved from the same species, but they do look very similar, particularly as they get bigger. So yeah, hope you enjoyed watching. As I say, I've had them for less than a week. I've got them in a tank with the Geophagus species Tapajos redhead. The ones that I'm hoping to breed of those, and it's a pair of the Cichlids, the T-bar Cichlid. So yeah, they seem to be getting on quite well with them. They're feeding really well. Rick had already done the deworming and like all the medications for them in case they did have anything, but since I've put them in on advice, I've actually like dewormed them again, and yeah, they're eating like little pigs. So yeah, really pleased with them. So thanks for watching. I'm sure I will do many more videos on these in the future. And yeah, I hope to see you all on the next video. Well, thanks for watching. I hope you all agree they will make a great addition to Bill's cichlid room, and I'm sure there'll be many more videos on them in the future. If you haven't already, please hit the subscribe button, and I'll see you all on the next video.